So we have Slayer's Puzzle.
Don't choke.
Spawning in the top left-hand corner. And he's going to be our red Protoss this evening. The map is actually going to be Crevasse. So we could be in store for a pretty serious macro game here. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have Team Evil Geniuses. Fearsome Terran, who, by the way, has some amazing Terran versus Protoss. He is so good against Toss. Puzzle's going to have his work cut out from here. He will be our blue Terran. Now,
not then.
What do you think
now
we could possibly see out of these two players? Nexus first and Command Center first. Pretty common on this map.
I really think Puzzle's going to go Mothership Rush, and Puma's just going to go like 15... No, never mind. I couldn't even finish that thought. That was too ridiculous.
I was giving you the...
15 Fusion Core. I think we've seen that before, right? Total Biscuit does it all the time.
Oh, God.
Anyway, these little mini expansions in the back, they're just so easy to take. They're like screaming to be taken. So if someone doesn't do it, that's actually like a huge curveball. So I do definitely imagine both guys are going to take advantage of that. The only thing is, like, this is only 6 mineral patches and a rich Vespene Geyser instead of 2 geysers.
Very
so
true.
It runs out faster. It runs out a lot faster because you're getting more per trip. And these 6 mineral patches obviously are going to run out faster than 8. But
we've actually seen some players go for this expansion.
Exactly, just going to say that. Like, Zaka actually likes to take this one first just to screw with his opponents and have a little bit more stable.
And there it is. We've got the Command Center first out of Puma. Well, I'm just saying that because he hasn't made a Rax and he's like, saving all of his money.
What production tab are you looking at, man? No, there it is.
There we go. So Command Center first out of Puma. I really, really like this. Although, actually, there's nothing quite like seeing 2 orbitals go up on the production tab at the exact same time. Not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite things.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
These are a few of Taylor's favorite things.
2 orbitals, man? You can't be any happier than that. And I'd imagine Puzzle is probably going to follow this up with a pretty quick Nexus here, unless he's going to go for some sort of a 1-base cheese as he grabs his second gas.
Well, this actually is a great map for 4-gating. Pylon right here gives you so many like warp-in options, and sometimes you get trapped here though with like Zealots and Stalkers, and they'll like bunker you in. So it's really risky. Players have figured out how to deal with it pretty well.
Yeah, they have.
So. Actually, it's kind of up in the air just because it's called him Zero because I was reading his name. It's actually Slayer's Puzzle now. This is just his North American account, I suppose.
Yeah, a lot of times Koreans will play on Smurf accounts on North America just to have access. So if you see their name differently on the screen, don't worry. We generally know who we're casting.
Yeah, Ryung earlier was playing just as the name Zerg.
Yeah,
and he was a Terran.
And he's Terran.
But anyway, Xenex Zero playing as actually Slayer's Puzzle. And yeah, so this is what I was looking for.
Is he going to scout that?
There's no way he scouts that,
He would
right?
be the sexiest little nerd baller if he scouted that.
The only way he would scout it, I think, is if he actually ran past the probe.
Or if he actually has ESP, which is definitely possible because Puma is like, I'm such a Puma fanboy, dude. It's really not even funny. He's so good, though.
Gonna walk right past it twice there, though. Wow, Proxy Stargate. Not what I thought we were gonna see. That actually is really good.
Proxy Stargate is actually the most common, like, it's even more common than 4-gate, and I think even that game you were referring to with MC, where he gets bunkered in, was a 3-gate Void Ray. Yeah, so the Void Ray gives you the sight of the high ground, and that's what's so important. Without the sight of the high ground, like if you just straight 4-gated...
Like you can run a Zealot and like try to get the vision, but Void Ray is a sure thing, yeah.
They'll have it blocked almost for sure. The Void Ray sights the high ground, and then he'll probably try and get a pylon above his natural, but I would imagine that Puma is very well versed in dealing with this.
Probably.
And how many Raxes do we have right now for Puma?
There's Uno, Dos, Trace, Baraxes.
So he's got 3, and he's producing off of all of them. That's a very good thing for him. It would be even better if he had a 4th. He'd be even safer, but I think he's going to be able to hold this, man. Puma, I've seen him in some crunch time situations like this where players try and do these 1-base all-in type builds. It's not necessarily an all-in, but, I mean, with the Proxy Stargate and if he gets multiple Void Rays, like, that's pretty all-in. If he loses these Void Rays without, and there's the second Void Ray, if he loses these Void Rays without doing a ton of damage, he is so far behind, especially after a CC first from Puma.
That's true. And yeah, he hasn't expanded at all, so this is going to be it. Like,
yeah,
all of his eggs are in that basket currently.
And he's not going to go ahead and warp units in. His first cycle of units are actually going to be warped in at the proxy, interestingly enough. and he also has a sentry back at his main, so...
Just to protect, in case those Marines show up.
Oh, I totally agree and understand, but he's going to need that. He's going to need every single unit he has to make this work, even that sentry back at the main, and he's going to bring that. He's going to bring that.
Now he's making some progress. This will put him... Oh, he is actually bringing the sentry from the front. Well, I guess he feels comfortable enough. He hasn't actually seen anything move out. He's been hanging on to the Zelnaga towers. And this pylon's in a great placement because you can put a stalker or two up here if you need to later and protect the pylon, and you can obviously just warp in, cut that run distance by so much.
And the key pylon is the one you were mentioning earlier that's about to go up.
Here, whereas like right this area here, you can warp in on either tier, that middle or the top.
Armpit expansion,
look at
elbow.
That. Elbow. Dude.
I never see the people that you're describing on the minimap. Like, beautiful
silly.
depot from Puma, though.
Puma
totally. No, he might get caught.
Puma destroyed this. This is over.
The Void Ray's actually harassing the natural. Oh god, if these charge up though, that could be devastating.
Those gateway units are pretty much null and void now though. There's no way they're going to be able to get in that base unless they break through the front.
They're all fully charged here. They're going to be they're going to rip through these Marines. Puma in a lot of trouble here. Going to have to mass repair the front. He does have a turret up. He might lose this command center. If he does, he is in so much trouble. Puzzle not controlling his Void Rays very well.
He goes in for that pylon once again here too. He might actually be able to get some warp ins going if these Void Rays can hold long enough.
He needs to break the charge.
Fourth Void Ray showing up. Oh, here we go.
Oh god, the Marines are just getting liquidated.
Liquidated or liquefied?
I don't know, man. Whatever the Void Ray prism does to you just turns you into blood.
Oh, wow, and he's breaking down the destructible rocks, of course. That's going to allow him a wider ramp to try and get in there.
Oh, this is so brutal, man.
And the warping at the top stalker is going to be able to support these Void Rays. What can Puma do?
If Puma holds this off, I'm going to be...
What can he do?
Does he have stim? Yes. Combat shield? Yes. +1 coming.
But one more Void Ray, like he's got constant Void Ray production and warpins going. He's got Guardian shield up. He's about to break through the front here at the bunker, and the Void Rays are just like laughing with their mouthless Protoss faces.
If he's able to get stim, he might be able to hold this off, but I highly doubt it. I think Puzzle is going to go ahead and take this game with a full-blown all-in. Stim is up. He stims, but that is a lot of Void Rays to be floating around in your main.
Yep. There's the GG from Puma. That extremely well executed by Puzzle and Puma. I thought for a glimmer of a second that, he shut down the tier 1 units at the beginning. If he had just had an answer for the Void Rays fast enough and didn't send, maybe sack the expansion, maybe lose the expansion. If it means they're going to stay in the game, he could have bought more time for a few more Marines, maybe gotten the Void Rays down. I don't know. That was just really well timed by Puzzle all around.